Okay, today we're going to go through how to do the virtual plate tectonics lab. So either you weren't here or you're trying to do this uh, somewhere outside of the classroom and you need some extra help. So uh, this particular year we are doing it Wednesday, November 10th. Plate tectonic activity. If I click on that, it is going to take me to the worksheet. This worksheet. If you did not get the paper copy and you need the e-copy, feel free to file, make your e-copy. If you have the paper copy, great. Work off the paper copy. It's so much easier to do drawings on a paper copy. So the first part here, this was the edible part that we did the day before. And you should have finished this if you were here the day before. If you were not here and you did not get to draw out what you saw in the edible portion, you will be drawing what you see in the electronic version. So I will be referring back to that for those who were not here for the edible version so that they know how to draw these things here. So the first part says I'm going to do the density. And if I am on the agenda page, I do have those quick linked right there. Plate density, Vlab part 1. It's going to take me to here. And it says begin activity. Click on that. It explains to you that we are going to talk about when one plate goes underneath another, that's subduct or subduction. What determines if one plate goes underneath the other? Well, let's find out, right? Okay, so the first thing that it tells you to do, okay, that was me zooming in, sorry. It tells it's not going to let you, it says order plates. So right now, the purple is the low density and the green is the high density. You can switch them if you wish. I do not wish. I'm going to finish. Okay, now it is going to show these things happening. I don't want it to rotate. Okay. So remember, this is the low density. And I'm just stopping it from turning. Okay. And pause. Come back to here. It said, describe what's happening after about 100 million years. I let it go twice that. That's fine. What is happening at this simulation? Okay, so we had two things going together. If you don't remember that and it was not written here, no, it was not written there. I'm going to have to go back to the plate tectonic notes. If you have those notes, fantastic. If you don't, that's this presentation. And you will have to go and find it. It's where the 1 page or 2 page of notes comes in handy. There, 3 types of plate boundaries. Okay, so now describe what is happening. What is the more dense? So you had low density to the high dense. The higher density crust doing? What is the lower density crust doing? What is forming? So what is forming? Come over here. So here's the elevation. It started very low, and now we have higher elevations. To make this easier, I'm going to do a cross section. Okay, there, cross section. There we go. We see that the high density is being subducted underneath the low density, and then it's being melted because of the high amount of heat as it's being pulled under. This is magma that is being pushed up into the low density crust, you should be able to tell me what's going on. If not, go back to here and read through. And then here it says draw and label the cross section. That's your cross section. So you want to show me that you have the one crust like that, and you have the second crust that's heavier being pulled under. And if you need to restart it, it is easy to restart. Close the cross section. Oh, we don't have to close the cross section. Oh, we'll close the cross section. Okay, we have restarted everything, and we can. You can also make it step forward. That'll take a while. It'll be much easier to do it this way. Okay, so you can stop it at 100 million and still see that. And like I said, to get the cross section, click on that. And on this one, all I have to do is draw the line that I want to see. And there it's going to show me what's going on. Okay. Menu. Plate labels are being shown. Plate boundaries. Okay. And then they're telling you what's going on here if you needed some more information. Okay. Moving forward. Second one. I'm going to close out of that one. Again, that's going to be tectonic plate simulation Vlab. And I've signed on before, so you may see sign in with Google or whatever else. This one gives you lots of choices. I would just pick two. It makes it easy. You get to draw the continents here, so that's kind of fun. Draw whatever continents you want. I'm going to draw KV. There. Okay. You can erase, you can rotate, but this is fine. Okay, I've drawn my continents. Next, draw force vectors. Well, let's go and see what my instructions are. The first one, it says create a divergent boundary. If you don't remember what the divergent boundary is, you guess what I'm going to tell you to do? I'm going to tell you to come here and look. Okay, divergent. I need to draw my force arrows going away. Back to here. Force arrows. One going that way, one going this way. Okay. Next. I don't care. I'm leaving it the way it is. Finish. Let it go a while. Okay. Something's been happening. I can see that. This one does not have how many years it's been, but that's okay. Cross section. Make sure that when you do the cross section, you want your P1 to your P2 to be going this way, because otherwise you get some weird thing going on and it's kind of hard to tell what's going on. So right here, you can see what's going on in the intersection, kind of, sort of. Here's the different types of, I come over here to the cross section. You can see the different types of rocks. You can also keep this going, right? I can hit start and watch what's going. Oh, I can see the magma coming up. Maybe I haven't gone long enough. Okay, magma comes up and then it goes down. Okay, so that magma, that means that magma is coming up. It's forming stuff, right? Stop it at any time you want. If this is the easiest thing for you to draw, then you can draw that. If you're looking for answers, right, there's going to be questions. It says, what's going on here? Make sure when you're looking at your notes, find your divergent plate boundaries and explain what's going on. Describe what's happening, what's occurring. If you did not do the edible part of the lab, you can simply write, let's just put A, B. That's what I put in my grade book if you're not there. So if you were not here, A, B, and then continue whatever your answer is. Then I will know, okay, you were absent for the edible lab and you are only answering what you see happening and what's occurring between those two plates and what is happening in the real world. So you are not comparing and contrasting if you were absent. But if you were absent, you are coming back up here. Make sure you're looking at the divergent plate boundary. And if you have the paper copy, draw it out. You don't have the paper copy. Control, Shift, the middle button that has a square and a couple lines on it. I can do this. Capture. And I can make it back to my copy. This is my divergent. Draw what's going, it still says label. So you quote drew it. Can I still add to that? Add insert. If I'm here, it might be easier to insert drawing. New. Okay, this is the better way to do it because then you can label it. I can add my picture. The picture that I just had. That one, okay. It's a divergent boundary. Do you remember what we drew? You want to draw arrows. This one is going that way. Make it so you can see it. This gives your line more weight. Same thing. Come over here. You're going to draw another arrow. Going that way, just like you did on the computer screen. Okay. Then you also need to label oh, wait, go back. Save and close. There, okay, it replaced it. And then down here, this form, what did this form? Oh, okay, it didn't replace it. Make that go away. What does that form? Again, go back to your notes if you need to. Okay, so that means I have the drawing. No, never mind. I have the way it's moving and what is formed. If I don't complete that, I'm missing a part. So this here is worth 16 points. If I don't do one part, I'm missing 1/3 of this for everything. Okay. Then go to the next one. It says create continent versus ocean. Continent versus ocean. Come back to here. Reload. 2 plates. Draw your continents again. Guess what? I'm sticking to KV. Okay, maybe it's not as great as a KV, but okay. Continent versus ocean. Continent versus continent. Okay. Collision means they're going together. Next. That way. You're going that way. Next. We have plate 1 and plate 2. I'm leaving it the way it is. Finish. Let it go. Long enough that you see stuff happening. Because we can always make it start again, right? Come back. Continent versus ocean. Okay, so we need a part where it's an ocean. When we take our snapshot, we want to look at where the continent and the ocean happened. Okay, that would be down here. Right about there. Okay, remember that 1 is our low density. 2 is the high density. So low density is going to be lighter. Okay, I actually need the other way. You need to go further down. Rotate. Because the oceanic crust is going to be heavier. So we want this, we want to see what's happening down here. So we're going to draw this cross section right there. Okay. There we go. We have the oceanic crust going underneath the continental crust. Does anything interesting happen? Why is that splitting off like that? No, it's not supposed to split off like that. That might be a glitch in the computer. Okay, let's stop. Reload. Might need to play with that for a little bit more. Okay. This is the first year that we are using this particular simulation. Answer the questions. Send me messages if you're on at home and you're having problems. I will be playing with this as soon as we're using it in class, and then finish as best you can if you weren't here. And that's all I got for you. Okay.